Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I will give you a review of TP-Link RE650 model. This is a 650 model. I will give you a review about its range. Uh, in my case, I bought this one because I was worried or concerned about the range of this one, and because you can see this has 4 antennas. So as soon as I saw these 4 antennas, as an engineer, I believe that this must have a good range, and specifically in home or in the apartments where we do not have the range and we really want to extend our range. Not many of the TP-Link or any other routers actually will provide you, or range extender will provide you maximum range, but this one is actually very impressive. So for this test, actually I'm doing a test which is probably not a very common one, but this is a home where I have connected it, and you can see that I have a park. There is a public park here for the kids, you can see, and I am actually trying to do a review that if I'm in this park and I want to use my internet from this location, how far this signal can go, especially when we are this much far away from our router. You can see there is a road in between, so I cannot give you a specific range like how much feet or how much meters it is, but it is still, I will say that it's quite a long range. So what I will do is that this router is now connected here outside under this shade, and I will now go into the park, and I will have another phone in my hand, and then we will move around and I will show you that how long the range can go. So here is our testing point, our house, and if I can zoom in, you can see that the router probably not viewable from here because it is just on the right hand side of that window, but we can see that this could be about 40 plus 50, about 90 feet from this home. And if I go to this mobile phone where we are trying to receive the signal, you can see I have configured it to 2 bands, 2.4 giga and 5 gigahertz. To 2.4 because it's a low speed, I have given a name to low speed, okay, and for high speed I have given it a 5 high speed one. This is the 5 giga one, and if you look at carefully, both of them actually out of 3 bars they are giving us 2 bars. So that means that if I'm in front of this house, and if for example it is my home, for me to have the signal coming out from here, if I'm moving around and if I'm making my TikTok or some other work outside, probably I do not need any other mobile phone internet or any other situation where I have a problem with my internet access. So I am getting a very good signal over here. Now I will get into the park, and from there I will show that whether we are still getting both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz signals. Now I have actually crossed into the park. I can show you the park. So you can see here is the entrance of the park. From here we just got entered inside the park, and before our location was the road down there. Probably if I can show you from here. So we were on the road. So I think that we have moved about 60 to 80 feet. As I said in my earlier that this is not a perfectly technical review, but we have moved about 60 to 70 feet into the park, and now I will get into my other phone on which I am trying to see the signals. And if you have a look on this, this is very clear that both 2.4G and both 5G signals are available here. So for example, if I'm sitting in this park, say somewhere over there when these people are playing, or if I'm on the other side of this place, say somewhere here or somewhere here, probably the signal is still available and internet is still available. I cannot show you the internet speed another because in this home it's a newly constructed home and we do not have any internet over here at the moment. We are just looking at the antennas and their signal strength, and you can see that 2.4 gigahertz signal is there, but 5 giga it was here before, but it's still getting a little bit up and down. And as we know that 5 gigahertz, they have a high speed, but you can see it's coming again, but their range is less. So most probably when we go a little bit more away, we will try to have a look if it is still getting to 5 gigahertz. At least 2.4 gigahertz is still available. So let's go to the next location now. Now we have moved to the new location, and in my opinion this location is around 300 feet from the location of that router. And you know, the router is basically on the first floor of this home, and the location is, let me show with my finger if it can come into the camera, probably somewhere there. And if I zoom out, you can see that the distance is more than probably 300 or 350 feet. And if we go and have a look on our phone whether we are receiving the signals or not, you can see that 2.4 gigahertz is there, and occasionally we can see 5 gigahertz signals are also available on the our phone. So I would think that at this point probably I would be more safe or secure to connect to my 2.4 giga, because the 2.4 gigahertz has a long range, low speed, but it's still working over here. Now I am about 700 feet away from our router, and I know that I'm using a mobile phone to record, so I cannot go in an optical zoom more than 3x. So if you look at the location, if my hand can come in, there is our router. Probably we can see our router. So if I zoom out, it will give you an idea that how far now we have gone from our router, and we are in the park on about a hilly or a little higher place now. Let me show you now what we are getting over here. So you can see that both of 2.4 gigahertz, which is low speed, and 5 gigahertz, which is high speed, signals are available, and they are very much usable. This is not exactly a technical test where we can show you the signal strengths and what dBs are, but what I'm trying to show here is that this particular router is perfect for those who really need the distance. Thus, if you want to use this router in your home or in an apartment or any place where you need this one to extend the signal for long range, this is something which is perfect. So let's go for the next one now. Now I am very far away from my home, and you can see that probably it is more than 1500 feet or maybe more. This is not a technical values, but my guess would be that it is more than 1500 feet. I'm quite away from my home. You can see if I zoom 3x from here how far we can go. So you can see this is where we are. So let's go zoom out and see what we are getting over here. So if you go and look at here, you can see that we are still getting the 3.4 gigahertz signal, and if you look at the signal strength, it's not that bad, it's still quite strong. What we noticed over here is that 5 gigahertz, which is basically high speed name, this one is sometime popping up and sometime popping down, but at 2.4 gigahertz this is still usable, and you can see how far we are from here, how far we are. So one other thing I want to tell you about this router is that this one has a beamforming. Beamforming means that when this device is connected here, the signal will basically beam directly to this device. So the strength will be very much higher than a usual normal router or normal extender, I would say, because I am using this one because I had the problem of having, so you can see here, it is still coming here. But as I said that at this point, maybe I will not be very confident about using this one, but at 2.4 giga, this is very good signal at the moment. So this was a range test review for TP-Link RE650, and it was noticed, and we saw that this could go as far as there, which is about 1,500 feet away from this place. and we just stopped over there, but it appeared that if we could have moved away, probably we could still receive 2.4 giga signal. So my recommendation is that if you need speed and the range, this is one of the best routers in the town. And as I explained, that these antennas use a technology called beamforming. Beamforming means that once a user is connected here, suppose, this will create a special beam toward this. So that means that your device will get more power and more directive. And if you have a new device with MIMO technology, then these 4 antennas will create even much better reception and speed for you. So in conclusion, this router is for those who need a good range, or I would say even a best range, highest range, and also the speed. So thank you for your viewing, and please subscribe and like this channel, and share these videos with those who really need this information. In the next video, I will show inside home. I will connect it to different locations and see how the signals are doing, and are we getting good range within the home, within the apartments. Until the next video, goodbye.